So we just had a guy on a group call. He's coming out of a relationship and he was pretty much wanting to kickstart everything again. And just basically told him, I was like, this goes back to the same concept of intersections. I'd like to call it intersections. I looked at his life and I was like, coming back out of it, emotionally you're good, spiritually you're good, you're relaxed, you're, doing your thing. But how do you kickstart everything again? And like the biggest thing that I told him was, give us your day in the life. Give us your day. I sit at home, I work on the computer, I don't go out, I don't do anything. I might go to this gym every now and then. I wear headphones like this. And I was like, yeah, of course you're feeling a little bit like kind of stuck and rigid and not in the flow and not getting that validation that you want. And so I told him, I was like, okay, well, here's what we got to do for you. Your life is not intersecting with any girl's life. And the idea is like a girl is running a life like this. Yeah? She goes here, she goes here, she goes here, she goes here, she goes here. You're running a life like this. Here, 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 here. She's your ideal girl. And in no timeline, no ripple on the timeline, nowhere that they merge and they go to a single point. So a single point might be she goes, gets the matcha. You go to the same coffee shop and get a cappuccino at the same time. Then that's a connection that can happen. There's a conversation that can happen. There is a familiarity that can happen when you're doing the same thing over and over again. Then that is an intersection. That is you and her intersected timelines together. And so there is something that a lot of guys don't have in their life. And so I really urged him to go through it and be like, where are you intersecting with these girls that you particularly want? And he was like, oh, not really. So we worked on, okay, well, you got to go to the yoga studio, you got to go here, you got to really take your recovery seriously because he didn't want a girl from the nightclub, didn't want a nightlife girl. And I was like, okay, well, you need to replace the nightclub with all these different other areas. You got to go for your hot girl walks. You got to go for your yogas. You got to go for the recovery rooms. You got to go for the bathhouses, the spas, the saunas. You got to walk around, go to the healthy food places, go to the restaurants, get to know people, go to the cafes. And once he does that, he will run that for a couple of weeks. After a couple of months, you'll find that you'll get to know a lot of different people from there. And we're not just talking one, we're talking like 15, 20, 25 different girls, maybe a couple of cool guys in the meantime. And that's just something you can do where you're just using your time more effectively and you're using your timeline more effectively rather than just being inside, being indoors. Too many guys are just Netflix, Amazon Prime, Uber Eats, HelloFresh. That's it. They're just in their house. And a lot of girls like that. And then the next thing that we were going to work on for him was, okay, it doesn't mean get rid of the nightlife completely. We're still going to be able to go to a lot more events. So it's like using your timeline more effectively to be able to meet the kind of people that you want to meet. And so they're the things that he can do to really kickstart that, coming out of a relationship or coming out of something that he was down bad a little bit. So that might be work for other people. It might be just a period of immersion. It might be a relationship. It might be just something where you're in the wrong city at the wrong time. And there's some ways to kickstart everything.